Hello, so this Ford Mondeo 2.2 TDCI came because the check engine light is on and I've scanned for codes and it shows that it cannot regenerate. So stay tuned, I'm going to show you what to change and how to fix it. So first I'm gonna scan for codes again and show you which code it throws. So I'm in the car now, and as you can see the engine malfunction icon or symbol is on, and I scanned for codes and here are which I got, and as you can see I have P244C, P2463, P246B, P246C, P24A4. So what that indicates that the fuel vaporizer or the fifth injector, it is called also as a fifth injector, is probably clogged or it is electronically bad. The glow plug part of it gone bad. So I will show you in a second how that looks like, where it is located, how to change it, and after you change it, what you need to do in order to get your car back on the road again. So stay tuned. So this is what causes the problem. This is the old one. This is called fuel vaporizer or fifth injector. So basically it's a hole there and it injects fuel to the DPF, to the exhaust system, so it can regenerate, because I think it happens around about 500 degrees of Celsius. But anyways, so here is the electrical connector, here is the glow plug, so it heats the fuel, and here is the fuel line. So the fuel comes through this line, and as you can see this is the old one and this is the new one, how it looks like. The owner of the car didn't buy the branded one. He bought it for, I think it was 60 pounds, because the branded one, I think that's Peerbourg, it is around 200 pounds. And the reason why, because if it gets clogged or blocked again anyways, it's better to spend only 60 pounds and maybe it can be cleaned. I'll try to clean it and I'll show you as well how to test it as well, so what the problem is. But basically it gets clogged and it should allow a free flow of the fuel, but it doesn't anymore because of the contamination. So it has, if you pull a vacuum on it or just pressurize it or pressure test it, it should read 0, but I bet it will have some resistance if you pull a vacuum on it, so it won't have 0 pressure. How I undone it, you see here, this is the locking nut. It's a size 22 hex nut. I wanted to use a crowsfoot spanner, but I have the biggest one is a 19, so I used a regular spanner, put it around and used this extension bar, and I could break it loose. If I wouldn't be able to break it loose, there are another methods. Someone would heat it. I wouldn't heat it with a blowtorch. I would heat it with an induction heater. So basically I would spin or like turn a coil around it and heat it that way and undo it. Or you can cut it here with an angle grinder, and then you can put a regular 6-sided socket on it, and it would be a lot more easier to remove it. So here is how it looks from underneath the car. I also had to remove one bracket, which is here. It's held by 4 bolts. They are size 13 hex bolts. So I removed it and I have better access to the fuel vaporizer, and I will show you where is that located and what to do, because you need to undo the fuel line and the connector. So on the connector side, the other side, you just push on it and pull this one. I cannot show it in place because it's really tight space, but here comes the other part. So you push it and pull this one, pull it, and the fuel line is basically just a regular fuel line. So it has like 2 tabs on opposite sides. So you press it together and just pull out the fuel line. That's fairly easy. And let me show you where it is located underneath the car. So I think I leave the camera on and I will try to show you, because you may have better idea where it is. So let me crawl underneath. I removed this engine under tray, but it's not necessary. I had to switch the camera. So you see there where the fuel vaporizer or the fifth injector goes, and I also undone this bolt and loosened the other side because my locking bolt was turned that way, so I couldn't really put the spanner on it, so I had to loosen it a bit or remove this bolt, and I could fit the spanner on it and then fit the extension on the spanner and break it loose that way. But basically you just undo it, pull it out, and here is the connector, this one, and the fuel line goes there. You see that green thing with the tabs, so with the thing with the green tabs, that's the connector for the fuel line. And like, if there is the oil sump, the gearbox. So if you just come up, you see this is the exhaust, and here is the DPF itself, and this is the location of the fuel vaporizer. So now I'm gonna fit the new one. Obviously I will fit it so the guy can use this car without check engine light or engine malfunction, but later the whole DPS system will be cleaned as well with the chemical cleaner. Let me know in the comments if you want to see that on a video, how it is done, or what equipment or what tools I'm gonna use it. So basically I'm gonna just put back the new one now and then prime the fuel pump for it and test and check for fault codes, and probably I'll do a force regeneration as well. And also I forgot to mention that it is only one way it goes back. So this is the new one, I'll show it on the new one. So basically it is facing this way, sorry, it is this way if you look at it from underneath, and as you can see, here is a little nipple which only allows it to go into one direction, because here is the hole where the fuel comes out, so it should facing exactly to the DPF. So let me put this one back.